but I was trying to reframe it. So I want to talk about how can we decolonize our thoughts about our periods? What's the best way to do
Mm,
that?
yes. So the best way to do that is to start talking about it more, right? Because that secrecy, as I said earlier, really perpetuates the negative stigma. So if you can just imagine, Terry, that there are women, just like we talk about, the hair that we need for our braids and our weaves, and just like we talk about, this purse that we've got, and da, 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 what if it was a part of our regular conversation to be talking about our cycles, to be talking about how we're feeling, to be talking about these amazing period care products that are out now that were not out when I was 12. And they are so helpful, right? To be talking about all these new period panties that you got that just make things so much easier. So a huge part of this is talking about it more. A big part of freeing ourselves from this negative stigma is education. So educating each other. So I want to, encourage you both to talk to everybody you know about the 4 phases. Encourage them to track their cycles, because that's where that empowerment comes from. And frankly, it's not just women that need to be educated, which is why we have the Daring Daddies for Daughters workshop. Boys and men need to be educated as well. They, a lot of times, are more in the dark than we are about this. And, oftentimes, I think it's possibly part of the human experience that when we don't understand something, it's very quick to judge, right? Or we're very quick to draw our own conclusions about it or make up, what we think is going on, even if we don't understand. So, there's a lot of education that needs to occur. And the first step is just being brave, and talking about it more.
I love that. I love that, because as you were saying that, I was reflecting on, okay, how often do I have conversations, and what's the quality of the conversation, right? The context in the conversation, because I was reflecting and I was like, oh no, I talk about this. I talk about it with my friends. I talk about it, but we don't dig deeper, right? Like I may have shared with folks, try these period panties, like that's what I'm using, or try this menstrual cup because that's what I'm using. But we don't necessarily like really dig deeper into like some of the stigma around that. Like, okay, like I can talk about like the cramps I'm having, or the clotting that I'm having because of fibroids. Like we might talk about that, but not about, okay, so how many times do you have to go to the bathroom to change your pad or your cup, right?
Mhm.
Like, I think those are the conversations that are like missing.